What's going on, everybody? Power 5 time. I am Bryan Power. It's Wednesday, August 9th. And of course, this is the show where we give you the 5 things you need to know for today before betting on Major League Baseball. We're talking where the market moves, who to sell high on, who to buy low on, our favorite stat of the day. And of course, we round the Power 5 out with the free pick, our power play of the day. But first, a reminder, please go ahead and smash that like button. Give this show a thumbs up. Also, please comment away. Tell me if you like what you're hearing, if you agree with the power play of the day, if you disagree with the power play of the day, what your favorite bet of the day is. We get a ton of comments over on YouTube each and every day. I'm loving it. I want to keep it going. Let's keep this thing interactive. And of course, make sure, if you already haven't done so, and I'm sure you have, but just in case you haven't, or if you're new to the program, subscribe to the Wager Talk YouTube channel, where there is a ton of great sports betting content each and every day. I will be on Wager Talk today, as a matter of fact, noon Eastern time with Prez and Teddy. Looking forward to that. But now, let's get into the Power 5. And looking at the Wager Talk odds screen for Wednesday, not a lot of movement in general, but there is one game that caught my eye, Cubs-Mets. I cashed the Cubs last night, and after opening at minus 110 for Wednesday, they're already up to minus 120 at some shops, and that line, I believe, is going to continue to climb. Clearly, bettors believe that these are two teams heading in opposite directions, and they're not wrong. The Cubs have the third best run differential now in the National League, plus 67, and they've won 16 of their last 21 games overall. Meanwhile, the Mets have given up, waved the proverbial white flag. They deal Verlander and Scherzer at the trade deadline. They've lost 7 of 8 here to open August. It's Kyle Hendricks against David Peterson tonight in a 7:10 Eastern start at Citi Field. More on this one later in the power play of the day. But on to sell high. How about Baltimore? I know this could be dangerous, but in the wake of the Kevin Brown debacle, the Orioles suffer a brutal 7-6 loss to the Astros last night, giving up a grand slam in the top of the ninth. They actually blew a 5-run lead as well, did Baltimore. A rare close loss for them. Remember what I mentioned on the show yesterday. The O's came into Tuesday a Major League best 34-17 in games decided by 2 runs or less. That's now 34-18. I've talked about it previously. The O's have actually been underdogs in more games this year than they've been favorites. So if you've been betting them, if you've been betting them since last season, you made a fortune. This is the most profitable team to bet on in all of baseball. Well, tonight they are slight favorites against Houston. Camden Yards, 7:05 Eastern start. Jack Flaherty making his second start. His first one was really good. He allowed just 1 run and 4 hits over 6 innings against Toronto. So why am I insinuating that maybe you should sell high on Flaherty in the O's? Well, Astros starter Christian Javier has a 1.42 ERA in 4 previous appearances versus Baltimore. Houston is one of 5 teams in baseball that outscores its opponents by at least a full run per game on the road. Interestingly enough, Baltimore is another one of those 5. After winning as slight favorites yesterday, I would lean to the Astros as dogs. Again, Baltimore's a team that I would rather back as an underdog. I'm not sure, even at home, that they deserve to be favored against Houston in this one. They score fewer runs per game at home than they do on the road, Baltimore does. Okay, buy low. It just wouldn't be a Power 5 without mentioning the San Diego Padres, would it? They were shut out last night in Seattle. This comes on the heels of losing 3 of 4 at home to the Dodgers over the weekend. But I think San Diego's going to bounce back Wednesday. Stop me when you've heard that before. They're going to be favored against the Mariners. Yu Darvish is on the bump. 4 of his last 5 starts. Darvish has gone at least 6 innings and allowed 2 runs or less. So that's good. He's in good form. And he's going to be opposed tonight by top pitching prospect Emerson Hancock, making a big jump for the Mariners from Double-A ball. So we're betting into some uncertainty if you want to take the Padres here, but I'm going to continue to harp on the discrepancy between actual and Pythagorean wins for San Diego. This is a team far better than its record. Earlier, I mentioned the Cubs have the 3rd best run differential in the National League. San Diego's 4th. Meanwhile, you got Seattle, a season best 9 games over 500. So honestly, they kind of fit into the sell high scenario. Bottom line, I think it's probably best to look at the road team in this one, 9:40 Eastern start in the Pacific Northwest. Stat of the day. Let's talk about another couple of young arms, okay? We just mentioned a top prospect getting the call up from Double-A. Well, a couple rookies for the Guardians, Gavin Williams and Tanner Bybee, the last 2 days became the first Cleveland rookies to throw 7+ scoreless innings in consecutive games going back to 1993. Now, the Guardians only managed a split of those two games. It was a 1-0 win last night, despite only 3 hits for the home team. We talked about the under on yesterday's show. I also gave that out on First Pitch. Cleveland's got another rookie, Logan T. Allen. Don't forget the T. He's starting against Kevin Gausman. It's going to be interesting to see if it's a third straight gem by a rookie for the home team. Odds makers have Toronto as a -140 favorite on the money line, 7:10 Eastern start. But again, your stat of the day, Williams and Bybee of the Guardians, the first rookies to throw 7+ scoreless innings in consecutive games since 1993 for the club. Before we round out the Power 5 with our power play of the day, a reminder. Coupon code POWER3, that's POWER followed by the number 3, will get you a 3-day all-access pass for just $39. Normally, $39 will just get you a 1-day all-access, so that's 2 days free. Now, if you want to go even longer, coupon code POWER7, that is POWER followed by the number 7, gets you a 7-day all-access for the cost of just $59. Normally, $59 would just get you a 3-day all-access, so that's 4 days free. Both of these deals, for the 3-day and the 7-day pass, are valid through Sunday at midnight. Head on over to my page at wt.buzz/BP to take full advantage. It was a nice 3-1 Tuesday for us last night. We cashed on the Cubs. We cashed on the Rays. We cashed on the Braves. Unfortunately, the Twins didn't show up, costing us a 4-0 sweep. But I'll take 3-1, especially also, we were spot on First Pitch with that under call on Blue Jays Guardians. So we saw them well on Tuesday, hoping to carry that over on to Wednesday, where I'll have one best bet at least. Definitely 2 plays total, possibly more. Again, check back at my page, wt.buzz/BP. Okay, now to the power play of the day. Free winner for today, Cubs-Mets. Let's go back to that game. I like the Cubs here. As I said earlier in the market mover section, these are 2 teams headed in very different directions. I believe the Cubs are winning the NL Central. Okay, you guys all remember I got down on the Reds at 19-1 to win this division. That was right before they went on their huge win streak. They've cooled off considerably. I've hedged with the Cubs. I got them over 5-1. I like that position, but back to this game, okay? Why do we like the Cubs? It's not just that they're heading in different directions compared to the Mets. Most runs scored, highest team batting average since the All-Star break. Kyle Hendricks, .93 whip on the road. For the Mets, Peterson, he was demoted earlier this season. I know he's looked better recently, but he cannot be counted on to go longer than 5 innings, which means the Mets' bad bullpen comes into play against that red-hot Cubs lineup. And Hendricks is 4-1 with a 2.62 ERA in 10 previous starts against the Mets. Last time Peterson faced the Cubs, he gives up 5 runs, walks 3 batters. He only got 1 out. That is not very good, obviously. Okay, and that is it for the Power 5 for Wednesday, August 9th. Let's all go and cash some tickets.